Welcome back. We continue sharing stories of successful Filipinos abroad. Tonight, I'm joined by Carissa Villacorta here in the studio. Carissa is a writer whose works have been published in the U.S. Because of her writings and her community work, Carissa has been named one of the most influential Filipinas in the United States. Good evening, Carissa.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. So, why did you decide to work or go abroad?
Actually, I was just visiting my sister who was taking up her master's in law in NYU.
Okay.
And then I was 22, 21 by then. And then I don't know, New York called me. So
You fell in love with New York.
I guess so.
What particularly about New York did you like that you couldn't find, in Manila?
We're so mobile there. Everything's so convenient. We can move around on our own. We have our own schedule. We can do what we want, when we want, where we want, with whom we want.
Right.
At any time.
How about your experiences adjusting when you finally made that move from Manila to New York? What initial adjustment experiences did you have to go through?
Ang pinaka nahirapan ako really was just to, walang tutulong sa'yo at any point in time. So, pinaka lowest moment ko na yun when I was moving around from apartment to apartment, and then I had luggages and boxes of things to move. Tapos, you hardly have enough money for a taxi. So, I lugged 2 big luggages on the bus. So, yung mga experiences na yun.
How about when you started working? What were your experiences there? Did you experience, a different type of professional atmosphere? Or talk to us about your work experience.
Actually, I was very fortunate to be hired by the Philippine Consulate General in New York on Fifth Avenue, as you know, and there I was able to meet a lot of Filipino Americans and help them promote their works, their art, their projects. And I also had a little time to write on the side a column just about my thoughts and points of view. And I was fortunate that it was published in a column called Surreality in broadsheet called Philippine News in the U.S. So that's what started my writing. And
you also wrote a book, right?
It's
also called Surreality?
Yes.
Talk to me about that. Is it a combination of all those articles or your experiences?
Yes. So basically, I had the responsibility to write and the space to write it. So people have read it and they've encouraged me to put it all together. So sometimes, Mike, you just have to listen to the advice that you receive, and yung mga little kaya mo yan moments, and just try and put them together. Find a publisher, and then I did, and then thankfully it was published.
When was it published?
In 2006.
In 2006, and I believe you had several book launches, right?
Yes.
Could you talk to me about that? Tell the viewers where and how the people reacted to your book.
Thank you. So I launched it here in Manila in September 2006, and then in New York in October 2006. I was offered by a friend to have a book signing at Borders, Park Avenue and 57th Street, and
that's a big branch, right?
Yes, thank you. It's their flagship store, and then they told me that I became the first Filipino author to launch at the Borders bookstore, which is the largest book retailer in the world.
I'll take you back to your. Let's talk about the immigration status, right? Because when you first went abroad to visit your sister, I'm assuming you were on a tourist visa.
Yes.
And then you somehow switched it or changed it to a working type visa or whatnot. But how did you eventually get to fix your immigration status in the U.S.? I'm sure a lot of viewers would want to know this.
Yes, okay. Well, in 2005, there was just a friend who told me, I think you can apply for that green card as an artist. I didn't have a book yet, but, you just listen to all these little nuggets of wisdom or advice that's for your own good. Tapos, in 2006, it was published, and then, thankfully, the Borders thing happened, and just to note also that for some reason, in 2006, just people came together to help me put the book together. So when it was launched, made some news, and thankfully it was received pretty well.
Now, with the immigration thing, is it a working visa? Is it the H-1 working visa? What did you avail of?
My lawyer advised me to get the EB-1, to apply for the EB-1.
Employment-based, first category for the viewers. It's extraordinary ability aliens, right? And how was it justified?
So the press clippings were put together. There were recommendation letters from editors and publishers.
And how long was the processing for this?
He filed November 2007, and then we got the green card itself in the mail February 2008.
So that's about 3 months?
Yes,
wow,
thank you, fortunately.
Congratulations. Now, when you did get that after 3 months, the EB-1 Extraordinary Ability petition granted, how did you feel?
Well, I couldn't believe it, of course. They said it was very fast, and it was just very good documentation on. Fortunately, as well, the book received several awards from New York, so my lawyer included those. So. Yeah.
And did you tell your parents this, and how did they feel? Your parents and friends and relatives.
They were happy. There were some celebratory parties and dinners.
Now, after you got your green card, what did you do subsequent to that? Did you start working? Did you move back to the Philippines? What did you do?